Okay folks, today I'm going to be attempting to install the low profile Noctua fan on the AM5 motherboard I've got here. And these are a royal pain to install, okay? So I'm going to do my best and hopefully it's going to go somewhat smoothly. I did actually attempt this already and I ended up having to clean off the thermal paste and we'll have to apply it again because it just didn't work. It was sliding all over the place. I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful this time. So the first thing you're going to need to do, I've already done this, is just remove the current retention brackets that are connected to your motherboard. And that's just by removing these 4 screws. That's really easy. That's the easy part. The challenge now is getting this connected and getting it to stay in place. The reason this is hard is because you have these little screws that have to be put in from the underside, the backside of the motherboard. And this doesn't click in place, okay? So the whole time you have the motherboard tilted over. This is just sliding everywhere, and I'm worried that it's going to create a bad contact as you have to put the thermal paste on first. So let's do that. I might not have enough thermal paste to put on all around the corners, which is what it suggests. I'm just going to put a little dollop in the middle, and then just a drop in the corners, which is what the instruction manual for the CPU suggests that you do. So I'm not going to go mad with the thermal paste because a little goes a long way. Okay, now the fun part. Make sure you know where your CPU fan header is so that you can reorient this correctly, or orient it correctly, I should say. So for me, it's going to be going this way, but standing this up may actually be the best way to do this. Yeah, I think that's going to work well. The thermal paste isn't going anywhere. That way I can kind of do it from the side here. It's still a little bit tricky to line things up, but as I say, it may work. So if I pop that in first to start with, I think I'm going to have to start on the other side because I can get a better view of that. So I'm just going to start here. And if I can get that to catch, which I think I have, you know, guys, that is going to make things a lot easier. Okay, I'm not going to tighten that anymore for now. Let's get the next screw into the top. I can already tell you guys, this is so much easier doing it this way than trying to flip the whole motherboard around and holding it, and just need to try and get this to catch again as with the last one. Oh, I think I've got it. Oh wow. Okay, again, I'm not tightening it any more than that. See if I can do this next one now because I can't even see the latch on the other side of this on the actual heatsink, but hopefully the top two will line it into position, and I think they have, you know, guys. Okay, I'm not going to tighten it anymore. Let's do the final one. This has been so much easier than the first effort that I gave. That I can already feel has latched on as well. I'm not going to over tighten these. Okay, let me have a look at that. Look at that. The actual heatsink has been fitted. Wow! After my first attempt, I had no idea I was going to be able to do this. Obviously, it's really important not to forget to connect the fan header. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Well guys, I hope that little tutorial helped you, and I hope that tip helped. Turning the motherboard on its side, you don't have to support it. So then you can use one hand to hold and steady the fan, one hand to turn the screw on the other side. It seemed to work for me. It was a lot easier than my first attempt. If it did help, please don't forget to drop a thumbs up and maybe stick around as I continue on with this PC build.